Hello, another week, another depressive episode. Hey, well, right now I'm feeling much better. Since last episode, yes, I'm feeling much better, and I wanna thank my medication, of course. Wanna thank my medication a lot. I've been taking this new medication, not new, but new for me um, called lurasidone, which is for bipolar disorder. And last 4 days have been so much better. I think I'm finding my sparkle. Sounds cringy, but it is what it is. And I think I think we're going on a good road with this. I think you know made this podcast not just to find a new way of expressing thoughts, but also saving the memories. Well, not memories, but saving the steps I'm taking on this new path. That's the word, path. Because it is a new path, you know? I mean, every single day we make decisions, and that opens new paths path. Sorry. English is not my first language, but I'm trying my best. And like I was saying, every day is a way of having a new path. And for a really long time, I wasn't doing that. And it is crazy because I I think the path that I'm going in right now is a good one. The path that I was going back 2 weeks on 2 weeks ago, it was a sorry, I'm kind of sick. Sorry for that. But the path that I was going 2 weeks ago was 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 a depressive one, and not because I wanted to, but because it was what I had on my brain. And a month before that, I was on another path. I was working hard on this corporation, which it was a good one, not gonna lie. I really appreciate the opportunities there, but I guess it wasn't the right time to be there because my mental health was going down and I had to go. And I hate letting path goes. I hate new beginnings. Maybe because sorry, outside sounded like a old car. um hate new beginnings. Maybe because I've been on new beginnings since I was born, like everyone, right? We've been beginning starting things, thinking, oh, this is our life, and then somehow the universe, God, something out there has other stuff for us, and it makes us stop. Truth to be told, I always had one path. I always had the thought of making art, creating little books, creating poetry. That was my thing. And also having a job. But 2 months ago, I had a path of being on this corporation, and it was a good path. But I guess it wasn't mine because my health, my mental health, was going down. And I have to accept that. I haven't. I decided to go away from that corporation. Um, how do you say in English to be despedido? Let me look it up right here. Just give me one moment, please. Okay, so somewhere over the rainbow, right here. Well, my Wi-Fi is really, really, really slow, so guess not going to do that right now. Whatever. I decided to go away of that corporation, but I haven't accepted it yet. It's been 2 weeks, maybe, and I haven't accepted it. And that makes me think that I haven't accepted really anything because I never give myself to accept things. Time, sorry. I never give myself time to accept new path. A new path to accept that an old path wasn't the right path. But why do I always look it up that way? That's a question I have for myself. I don't know if maybe you have that question for you, but why do I think that a path leads me to another path? What do I think that I'm going back and forth? I'm on this point with a million paths, and I'm going back and forth, trying new things, trying old things, trying, you know what I mean? I think I see it that way because I haven't accepted, for example, that I'm not really good. I don't know if maybe you guys, one of you, have bipolar disorder, but I'm not really good with office jobs because I'm not good with consistency yet. I mean, I'm taking this new medication, and I also am trying to accept that every time I have a new medication, it sets me up for a new path. And I haven't accepted that I take medication. It's been 5 years. Ooh, dismissed. Finally, my Wi-Fi charged. Or loaded, sorry. Well, I was dismissed from my job. I wasn't fired. I decided to be dismissed. That's how you say it? Let me look it up. Okay, well, whatever. I haven't accepted that I'm taking medication, and I've never accepted it. Truth to be told, I've always, since I was 18 years old, I have been on medication. Now I'm 23. It's very weird to think that I'm 23 actually, but yeah, 23, and still, I haven't accepted that my way of functioning on Earth is by having medication. To think about that, I maybe maybe there's a lot of people out there that is like, oh, there's nothing to be ashamed of. It's okay because they have accepted their ways. Maybe they have been more thoughtful. But majority of the times I decide to not be so thoughtful on things that touch my heart. Like this. I guess a podcast is a good way to accept that I am losing and I am not losing as the verb, losing my name. um, losing, I take medication and that's my way of functioning on earth. I guess that it's time to accept that I function on earth by feeling useful. And that's why I like to find paths. But what if I stop? You know, I don't always have to have a path. I mean, I do. Eventually, I'm gonna have to, find something. But why do I always have to have something? I guess it can be related to the fact that maybe when I was a child, I was very lonely and I always wanted to have something on my own. So that could be meaningful. Still, now that I'm 23, new medication, questioning every single move I do, and still can accept that I decided to go away from my job just because it didn't feel right. I hate myself for saying this, but I wish I had to figure it out, right? I guess everyone thinks like that. Like, ugh, gotta try a new day again. Or maybe that's still my depression that haven't left my body. I'm still on the depressive episode. But if you are one of the people that have accepted things, have moved on, then I'm very proud of you. None of myself though. Not yet. I'm not proud yet on that way with myself. I have to learn how to move on. I guess I'm gonna learn when I have to learn it, right? Right now, I'm on this new path. But it's not a new beginning. New beginnings don't exist. and we are not trying a lot. We are just living. And if I put it that way, it's less weight on my back, you know? It has less weight. Right now, well, yesterday I had migraine. I suffer from migraines. It's kind of hard, not gonna lie. But yeah, right now, the migraine is gone, but wants to be persistent. Hopefully, I am relaxing myself enough because another thing that I've noticed is that I don't know how to relax. And I think that's the new path that I want to make on this point of my life. Have to learn how to move on, how to relax, how to take in before moving on also. Because I can move on for things very fast and but not move on really. I'm just ignoring my feelings, which is not okay. We have to learn how to move on. And that's not moving on. That's just ignoring, suppressing. And you know what happens when you suppress feelings. It's very, very hard at the end of the path. You know, feelings are the most complex things on this world. And yet, we try to suppress it. And we try to act like we don't care. But we should care. Because it's important, our feelings. And in this case, I have to understand that it's important to relax. I have 23 years old. I've seen people of 30 years old talk about, oh, why are you stressing? You just have 15, 16, 17, 18, and so on. And you know, that makes me mad. Because it's like minimizing the pain the one has or the suffering if someone is suffering or if someone is trying to heal from something. The other day, my English teacher told this little girl, why are you stressing? You're just 15. And when you're 15, you still have things. Especially when you're a woman on this society. Still, even if you were a man, you still have a lot of things to process. Why do we minimize other people? I hate that very, very much. So, like I was saying, this new path, stop ignoring feelings, stop ignoring, suppressing. It's time to move on. It's time to talk to myself and tell myself, we can do this. Office jobs, maybe I'm not made for them, but there are a lot of jobs out there. University, maybe I wasn't made up for university. Like, I like studying, but I don't like pressure. It's too much. Oh, the migraines that I used to have on university were horrible. Horrible. I guess I wasn't made for university. I still am not sure what I was made for. Billie Eilish reference. But oh, sorry, something pop out on my laptop. um, but yeah, this new week I've been trying to grow up. You know, there's this poem song. It's a song, which is a poem. Paramore, which is my favorite band. It says we grow up, we never grow old. And since I know that verse, I've always tried to live by that. Growing up, moving on, accepting things the way they are. We have to, because if we not move on, then at the end of the path, our feelings are gonna explode. And I don't wanna see. Have you seen when people suppress feelings? It's like adults on automatic pilot. No, sorry. Yeah, automatic pilot. It's like they do not see far behind the materials, what is on earth. It's very weird. I used to know people that were on automatic pilot, but they changed, and I'm very proud of them. I wish I can be like them. Have have this how do you say it? Glow up. That type of glow up. Instead of a physical one. Or I guess I still need a physical glow up, but it's okay. No worries. Well, I don't need a glow up. I need to accept myself. What is the best way to accept yourself? Because I guess that's the truth behind everything I've just said, right? I need to grow up, move on, stop thinking like I'm going back and forth with new path on my life. I am just living and I'm trying to my best to grow up. But what is the root, the origin, the base of that? Is accepting myself. But accepting yourself can be a difficult thing. And to be honest, I'm a very method person. Like I don't function this is gonna be very weird. But or it's not weird, but it's just when something happens and I have to change something. Let's say I am talking to my boyfriend and he's like, you know what? I don't like this. And I'm like, oh, darn it. So I have to change something um, in order, or not change, but become better at something so I can be better for my boyfriend. Um, I cannot, or we cannot, as a society, do it by magic. I need a process, right? We all need process. In my case, I need steps. Like I I feel very, very, very robotic on that way. And most of my life, I've always felt so out of society because am very robotic on that way. So let's go. How to accept ourselves. How to accept ourselves. Where do you go? Therapist. Ooh, 3, 2, 4. 4 days ago, I went to my therapist, talked about my intrusive thoughts. Everything went well. But I haven't talked about that. And I guess that's the origin of everything. How, how to accept myself. So, in order to accept reality in my present, I need to accept myself first. You know what? Let's let's ask ChatGPT. Let's do it. Why not? Okay. So, let me see. Oh, there it is. Hey, Chat. How do I accept myself? Let's see what ChatGPT have to tell us right now. Oh my god, there are some people that hate ChatGPT. Not gonna not gonna hate. It scares me actually. So, okay, so hey, how do I accept myself? And this is what ChatGPT has to tell us. Oh, this is a lot. Wait, actually, this is a lot. I don't want to do it anymore. No, kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Okay, so it says, hey, I'm really glad you asked. That question is raw and brave. Thanks, Chat. You know what I've noticed? ChatGPT always gives you a little adjective here and there, making yourself feel better that you are asking. Really appreciate that. And it's also messy and non-linear, so let's break into something you can hold. Yeah, I've always needed to break things down so I can understand a concept. Because if you don't give me steps, if I don't have steps, I just don't function. It's like when I was 4 years old, 5 years old, seven. Let's say 7 years old. And my mom was really, really angry at me. She was like, your whole room is a mess. Go and do something about it. And my dad always tells me this story where he went to see me after my mom told me that, and he saw me on my room just looking at it. I was just looking at it because I didn't understand the concept of being organized, or I didn't understand the concept of organizing things. And I guess that's very interesting because that's the thing, right? Right now, I'm a baby adult and I don't understand things. And I need someone to tell me, not all time. I need someone to tell me, but also I need myself more awake than ever. I have to be awake so I can understand adult things, right? And my dad went and told me, okay, let's help you out. Let's start with the big thing. and then blah 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 blah. So that happened. I've always needed to help on that way because I never make questions. I never used to make questions. When something was told, I was the first to follow, but I never questioned things. Used to question. Now I question a lot, and that's why I don't know what to do with myself right now. But it's okay. Okay, first, self acceptance does not equal self love. You don't have to love everything about yourself right now. Sometimes it's just about not finding yourself so hard. Acceptance can sound like, this is where I am. I don't have to fix everything today. Oh my god, so true. Oh my god, thank you, ChatGPT, my new therapist. Oh, the other day I saw this funny TikTok of this guy recreating, not recreating, but acting like he was on the Rosa de Guadalupe, and that's a show like a novela. That's a telenovela that it's very, 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 very dramatic on everything. And when I say everything, it's like they have episodes for every single. It's like Black Mirror, but make it telenovela. You know what I mean? So, this guy on TikTok made an episode, quote unquote episode, of the Rosa de Guadalupe, and he was acting like he was in love with ChatGPT, and he couldn't fall out of love, and the mother was so hysterical. It was so funny. I wish I could share right now like the TikTok, but I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so this is where I am. This is where I am. 'Cause I don't have a That's not the lyrics. This is who I am, 'cause I don't have a choice. Just because I like the boy. Oh, that's a good song. Sabrina Carpenter. I love Sabrina Carpenter since Disney Channel. So, um, this is where I am. I don't have to fix everything today. I don't have to fix anything, actually. No, I'm kidding. I don't have to fix. I just have to go forward, I think. In this case, I want to have a little job, you know. I still have to do something. I'm not gonna be in my house all day. You know what I mean? Oh, I said the phrase, you know what I mean. Sorry. Okay. So this is where I am, and it's okay. It's okay. But I have to grow up, right? Okay, well, whatever. Second, start with the facts, not the feelings. What? But feelings are important, Chad. Okay, let's see. You might feel broken, unworthy, or like you're behind. I do feel. The other day, I saw a TikTok. I need to stop watching TikToks. I'm gonna stop at some point, whatever. This girl from my high school, she had like a academic something that she won, and that made me feel behind. But I have to accept that I'm not even on uni. I'm not even academical. I'm not doing anything like that. So why do I feel behind? Everything's okay. But those are feelings. Oh, sorry. So I have to ignore my feelings, ChatGPT? Or like you're behind, but those are feelings, not truth. Saying. Try saying. Okay, let's try saying. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm showing up. I like where I wanna be, but okay. No, you know what? Let's be real. I don't like where I am right now. Let's be real. I don't like it. I don't like to relax. I don't like to stop. I don't like feeling feels. Nice. I don't like feeling feelings. I don't like it. I don't like feeling behind. I don't like it. But it's okay. This is where I am. I don't have to fix anything. I just need to figure it out. How? I don't know. Right now, let's try saying, according to ChatGPT, my pain is valid. I can exist without being perfect. Oh, that's interesting. Even if your brain doesn't believe it, your body might start to. Third, self acceptance is practice. Not a single moment, a practice, and some ways to practice it. Talking to yourself like someone you will protect. Okay, making room for the parts of you that feel too much. Not noticing the voice in your head that's cruel. Oh, I've noticed that. Do you guys have a voice in your head where you are just doing something and you have a voice telling you, "Oh, that's so stupid," or something like that? I've learned like a year now, like a couple of months ago, that it was not my voice. It's my sister's voice, the one that is on my head. And I've learned yesterday that she has my voice in her head. But because I wasn't a good sister, which that's a story for another day. Okay, last, try this thought. Even if nothing changes today, I'm still allowed to exist as I am. You know what? That is so freaking true. I'm still allowed to exist. I'm saying this, and yesterday I had suicidal thoughts. So sorry. When you're on a depressive episode, you have suicidal thoughts whether you like it or not. So I'm gonna share that with you a lot, I guess. But I'm still allowed to exist in the good and in the bad in my own life. That's interesting. That's very, very interesting. You're not a project to fix, you're a person to witness. Oh, dude, that's powerful, dude. You're not a project to fix, you're a person to witness. And you're just living life, not starting new beginnings. This is not fucking gameplay, alright? This is just life, and you have to start taking in and taking it out. Everything's okay. Oh, look at this! ChatGPT wrote at the end, if you want, we can write something together, a journal entry, a poem, or a segment for your podcast about, oh, oh, knows that, oh yeah, I put it right here. ChatGPT, I'm writing, I have a podcast that I don't know how to talk about. A week ago I wrote that. I was very sad at the time and I wanted to record a podcast and I didn't know. So that's how ChatGPT knows my whole entire life. But yeah, okay, so ChatGPT's steps are actually very good. And what I can say right now as a summary is just accepting and taking in your present. Am I gonna do that right now? Of course not. I'm not perfect. So, wish I could, but I can't because I'm not perfect. So, I'm gonna do it, I guess. Or it's going to be a process. It's going to be a process where I guess the process is every time I get frustrated, because I get frustrated a lot. Every time I think about something, I guess that's where I have to stop and think, okay, let's calm down, let's breathe. It's okay where we are. It's totally fine. That's something that I have to think about. Okay. Well, that was a good episode, I think. Hopefully. Now, for the last part of the episode, we have 4 minutes left. Mm, what we can do? I was thinking about making a segment about myself, just so we can get to know each other better. Maybe right now is good thing, good way to start. Let's see. Chat GPT. I am so sorry if I use it all the time, but it's just I when it first came out, I was on my job, and on my job, we cannot have cell phones. We can not be connected to the outside world. Sounds like severance, I know, but yeah, it's really, really weird. So when it first came out, I couldn't really use it. Now I'm using it all the time. So let's see. I wanna say facts about me, but I don't know where to start. Okay, so the last recording just stopped. Love that for me. Okay, so I want to share some facts with you about moi. Just, the last 5 minutes of my program want to be like a little segment where we can share each other. If you're listening to this on a Spotify, maybe you can share with me some facts. Right now, the only person that is listening to me is my boyfriend. So, you boyfriend, hello, I love you very, very much. And you can go on YouTube if you're listening on Spotify. And you can write something, I don't know. But please, I'm gonna feel alone, so please, please write something. Let's see. My favorite band it's Paramore of all times. My idols. Well, I don't have idols, but inspirations. It are Hayley Williams, the singer of Paramore, and Kendrick Lamar. I love Kendrick Lamar's music since Damn. I got to know Kendrick with that album. Damn. And what else can I say? I'm 23. You already know that. I'm a Taurus, if that's something important for you. Okay. An old card sounded outside my apartment. Um, I have a weird obsession with Barbies. And if I could, I will buy Barbies right now. I like collecting them. which is very weird, but I don't know. It makes me stay connected with um who I am as a kid. I used to play a lot with Barbies alone, so yeah. But I'm not that weird. So sorry if you think I'm weird for that, but it's just I like Barbies a lot. What else? Oh, I'm 5'9". I'm 5'9". Maybe I should. Oh, wait. I'm a faceless person. To you. I was thinking on describing myself, and maybe you can picture me, but no, that's not useful. My favorite painter of all time is Vincent Van Gogh. On my room, I have a painting from him called Los Girasoles. Cannot remember how to say girasoles in English, so sorry. I like creating things like stories or podcasts, something like that. Yeah, what else? I consider myself a spiritual, not religious, but a spiritual person. Yep, those are little facts about me right now. Maybe next podcast, last 5 minutes, we can, I don't know, I can answer some questions if you have. Boyfriend, please ask me questions. I understand that you can leave comments on Spotify, but I'm not sure how. But boyfriend, if you're still listening to this, if you wanna figure it out, I don't know. I'm sorry. Okay, so that will be it from me. I like today's talk. Was very, very fructífero. I don't know how to say that in English. So sorry. But yeah. Well, that's it. Thank you for your time. I hope you have a good day, good week, good weekend, good everything. And yeah, see you next time. Or listening to you next time. Whatever. See you next time.